Let's talk about declining market. Kind of been a buzz term recently, especially with what's happening in Galveston on beachfront houses where the values have gone down quite a bit. So what is a declining market and what does that mean to you as an investor? So a declining market is where the values in a specific area, again, we're not talking about an entire city, entire state, but in a specific market or even a neighborhood where the values from, let's say, 6 months or 12 months ago were higher than what they are now. So what does that mean for you as an investor if you're flipping in that market? If you're flipping, number one, when you bought the property and planned how much you're going to spend on it, you came up with a value and what you planned on selling it for. Well, if the market is in a state of decline, you cannot necessarily count on that same value. If you planned on selling it for $500,000 and it takes you 4 or 5 months to renovate it, there's no telling that property would still appraise or be valued at $500,000. So you need to buy a little bit deeper in those scenarios. Also, your end buyer, let's say you do flip the property and they do put a contract down for $500,000. If the appraiser notates that it's in a declining value, that could cause their lender, if they're getting a loan, to cut their LTV or make it more difficult for them to buy that house from. If you're keeping the property as a rental using the burst strategy, then that could also affect you, because even though it might be a good rental house and you're using a hard money loan to buy it initially, you're going to have to get long-term financing eventually. So when you do get long-term financing, and again, if it's still in a declining market, that's going to cause a little bit of heartburn for the end lender. They may make you put down a little more money, or they could just turn down the loan altogether. These lenders could have overlays and so forth. So it's something to keep a lookout for. Something that we do here at Noble Mortgage, because I have seen these on occasion, is as soon as I see that, we're going to call up the borrower and have that conversation with to explain where they're at. So this property is in a declining market. The values were at this point 6 months ago or 12 months ago, and now they're here. So we don't know where the bottom is. Again, back to Galveston, we don't know where the bottom is there. You have properties on the beach that have declined 20, 30% or more in value. So where's the bottom? Your guess is as good as mine. So it's something to be aware of when you're flipping or even buying and holding property in this market right now.